Yes, people, we're back. We're back with a Champions League recap today and quick preview of the weekend. Hey, how you been, bro?
Yeah, I've been good, man. Can't complain. Been all good. All good. Living. How you been, bro?
Yeah, I've been all right, bro. I've been all right,
It's
man. I've
good.
been watching a lot of football.
Yes, exactly that, man. Got a lot to catch up on.
Nah,
Definitely.
it's a it's a it's a funny thing when West Ham win.
It's the
That,
games come back on afterwards.
yeah. When West Ham loses, it's a wrap. So
Oh man.
I don't know how much of the Champions League you caught, but I think we should start with Anfield, man. Real Madrid, Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool did the job there. Actually, it was probably one of their best performances of the season, to be honest. To be honest, with them, I don't know. It seems like there's a good team in there, but it just seems like when everything falls into place, that's when they can really click. So with against Madrid, their pressing and everything actually looked all good, and they didn't look like they were just getting beat in transition all the time. So they, if they can play like that for the remainder of the season, they'll be very competitive. So we can see if they can keep that up. But that's definitely the type of performance that they need to be doing. They can't be doing any of this getting just bypass the midfield so easily and just running straight at the defense because yeah, it's not going to hold up. But that was a very encouraging game on their end, I'd say.
Yeah, it's a big week for them, isn't it? Because they got Man City on Sunday.
And
Ham.
if they play like how they played against Madrid, they have a very good chance of winning that game.
That's gonna be a good game, man. City. I
hmm
watched the City game as well. Or like, yeah, I watched the full first half and then parts of the second half. Uh, Usual City, to be honest. Like,
is
not
usual
sure.
City that is usual City that's often no because nowadays is not even really usual City, it's just usual Haaland. Haaland just does the business himself nowadays
Foden
rather than
was
just
Foden. It was Foden. It was the Foden show.
yeah, but I'm saying this season especially has been the Haaland show. But
Yeah,
Foden, if he can get back to the form he had about a couple seasons ago, they'll be a very good team into going into the second half of the season.
it's a good start, but I think Dortmund's a funny team, aren't they? Like normally
Dortmund are just Dortmund.
but they're better in the Champions League normally.
They're,
But
they're,
I
they're
think,
just
yeah,
Dortmund. Like they're the team where like they'll just get bad or just like have some very poor game, and then one season they'll just make it all the way to the Champions League final randomly. Like that's what they do.
yeah, yeah.
Very very up and down team. It's the
Cherky as well.
history of Dortmund.
Ryan
Jackie.
Cherky. Yeah, man,
Mm.
baller.
Yeah, he's a baller. He's a baller. I think, yeah, his injury. If he comes back and sells into the team, I think he has the creativity that they're kind of missing because especially now that De Bruyne's gone, their
Yeah,
midfield is has become a lot more industrious rather than that bit of spark or flair to unlock defenses. So that's definitely a big player to come back from injury for them. So if he can stay fit and provide that creative spark for them, then yeah, they'll be very good for the rest of the season.
so we'll get this one in early, in it. We'll get a City Liverpool prediction.
It's at the Etihad, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'll go for a draw on that. Arsenal will love that nice little draw there.
who have Arsenal got this weekend? Sunderland away.
See,
You know,
all these type of games with Arsenal, it's just like, bro, like
you know what we say.
there's
We made it a thing on this podcast. Sunderland don't drop points at home, but I think Arsenal are going to come and do their stuff.
Sunderland don't drop points at home. Arsenal don't concede goals. They just don't concede goals, bro. So it's either gonna be a 0-0 or Arsenal are gonna find a goal from somewhere and win. From a set piece, Declan Rice cross to like Gabriel or something. Somebody should go and put
Arsenal,
that on the
man,
icon or something.
they're good. They are
They are a
good.
good team. They are a good team. But I don't know. I still need to be fully convinced. But if they carry on like how they're going, and the way the rest of the teams are looking, it could be a cakewalk for them if people aren't careful.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be a cakewalk, but
It could be. Because think about it, if City and Liverpool drop points again and then they win, that means they're going like a minimum of
9 points,
what, 9 points clear.
3 games.
Just that's what I'm trying to say. That's like they're building up
No, they don't look like they're even going to concede a goal, let alone drop 3 games.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, drop 3 games, let them concede first. They haven't conceded in I don't even know how many games. But with them, we have to wait and see because it's not really this time of the season where their flaws start to come in. It's usually when it starts going towards the end of the season when they start needing to win those crunch games is when they start dropping points. So if they carry on like how they're going here and they can sustain this for the end of the season, then obviously they'll win the league and Arteta will be vindicated, even though he's still a waste man, but still.
I think we got a good friend in it in one of our group chats, right? And he likes to share Arsenal fixtures. And they do have a tricky patch. I think I saw the last time he did share that. Shout out to him if he's watching. Yeah, so they got a tricky period in January, I think. I think they've got like a bad run. I'm not even yeah. Let me pull up their fixtures. Did you watch their game in midweek?
Well, Arsenal's.
Well, actually, no. Like they've actually got a good little tricky spell after the international break. They've got albeit 2 home games, but they play Tottenham at home and then Bayern at home.
Oh, yeah, the 2 tough games, especially Bayern. Bayern are looking like the best team in Europe at the moment. They're something else.
And then
Shout out
Chelsea.
to them for appointing Company. Company seems to be one of the like a great acquisition for them. That was very good talent spot in there.
Yeah, so they got what's it called? They've got after the international break, they got Tottenham, Bayern, and then Chelsea, then Brentford, then Villa. That's a tough run. And then I saw another little, yeah. So then they've got Arsenal. It's Arsenal Liverpool on the 8th of Jan. Then they're away to Forest, away to Inter, home to United. So they got a few tricky little, on paper, few little tricky phases coming up. Let's see how they deal with it.
Yeah, we'll see how they deal with it.
Bayern, looking at the best team in Europe.
Yeah, they definitely are. They're looking like a quality team. Came for Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, their team, like they're just dominant now at the moment. That they just overwhelm you with just too many people, too many angles. Like, and to be honest, one thing that they're doing as well, it seems like it's a new thing that a lot of managers are doing nowadays, is like the way their fullbacks attack and roam from their positions is crazy. Like it creates so much space for like the rest of their attackers. Like their free roaming like fullbacks are just going all over the place. They keep going in the half spaces. Even PSG do that quite a lot as well, especially with Hakimi. Like the amount of space that these new age fullbacks get into nowadays just causes so much problems and creates so many overloads for teams nowadays. It's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean. Their press is their territorial press, their positional press is something else. And I saw Company was giving a lot of praise to Harry Kane, like the work he does off the ball,
He does.
and how his hard work is testament to the results that he's getting at the moment. But one thing I'm gonna pivot, yeah, because I was watching Barca versus Club Brugge. And Barcelona's high line was suicide. Literally, like all the goals they conceded was because like their whole defense was on the halfway line, and Club Brugge have got that Carlos Forbes. He's from City Academy. He went Ajax, and then he was at Wolves last year. He scored 2 good goals, man. I was like, I hope there were some West Ham scouts in the stand. But that high line. But I think Hansi Flick is known for that, isn't he?
He's known for that. That's what I was about to say. Even remember his Bayern team that went and won the Champions League. Remember how high their line was, even against Barca when they beat them 8-2. Like they were literally pushing everybody at the halfway line. Like it was ridiculous. So that's his style. Like he has an extremely high line. So
Yeah.
that's their style. So again, with that team, so they're a quality team. I think Barca, along with Bayern, PSG, and I'd say potentially Madrid. We'll see how that goes. It seems with Madrid, they just seem like they just love too much drama. So I don't know. Maybe if they can limit their drama, then maybe them as well. But I'll say definitely PSG, Bayern, and then I think Barca as well in the Champions League are going to be very, very tough teams to come up against. But I think with
You got to put
Barca, just
Arsenal
like you
in there,
said,
man.
huh?
You got to put Arsenal in there.
To be honest, taking away the fact that Arteta is a waste man, yeah, you probably have to put them in there as well. Like, if they're not conceding goals, then obviously they have a chance to beat anybody. But the only thing is, I'll say with them is I've seen too many times in the past where they've looked like a quality team, and then there's been certain things here and there which they needed that little bit more of to get them over the top, which they just don't get. So I'm waiting to see if they'll be able to do that. So but yeah, I would say on current form and how they're currently looking, they're as good as anybody in Europe, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah. I think it's different now. They're looking like a complete team. And
It
they've
could
got
be.
injuries. They're still doing this without injuries. But like,
Yeah.
if you go through their team, like David Raya is a quality goalkeeper.
Yeah.
He's a modern goalkeeper, great shot stopper. He's got a spectacular save in him. Very hard. He's hard to beat, basically.
Hmm.
Gabriel's looking at the best centre back in the world.
Yeah, I actually think he's better than Saliba, my
Yeah,
personal
I think
opinion.
Gabriel's the best centre back in the world. And like that's based on his defending. That's not even taking into account what he does.
Yeah, now
From
that
corners.
the set piece. Yeah.
Calafiori, I mean, we've seen inverted fullbacks. We've seen, as you were saying previously, like with Bayern's fullbacks, but he's doing something crazy. He's moving crazy, and his technical ability and the way he wants to play, his physical attributes, it's something different. Like it's kind of like a cheat code.
Mhm.
Like when I
They
went to
they
watch, I know
the
West
modern
Ham was
fullbacks.
bad, but when I went to watch Arsenal live in the flesh against West Ham, I was seeing Calafiori playing right wing. I was like, where that's the left back, bro. You know what I'm saying? But because they've got such organization and structure, even if their attack breaks down, they're more than enough, they're more than covered. So they don't really get ripped in transition, like for example, City. Like if I
Mhm.
start seeing City's fullbacks doing these kind of things, like I'm just like, if a team set up well and wins that ball back, like it could be peak for them. But for Arsenal, it
Mhm.
seems like, they're sound.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very solid defensively. Like, yeah, so even with them, if they keep on going on like this, they could end up having the best defensive record ever.
Yeah,
And if they got that, the best defensive record ever, those Arsenal fans will not be able to keep quiet. They'll be like, "Oh, we're invincible. We got the best, conceded the least goals as well." Oh man, they haven't even won anything yet, and they're already insufferable. Imagine if they win the league and have the best defense ever.
yeah. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due, bro. It's like they've built that. Like they've definitely like Arteta is a bozo, but it's looking good for them, man.
Yeah, it's
Um,
looking good. But this has to be the season where he pulls it all together. Because if it's another season where they're looking this good and then they still fall short, then it's him. He's the
yeah,
reason why they're falling short, and he needs to go. But he is looking like well, everything's in his hands anyway. So everything is literally in his hands. Everybody else seems to be below par where they usually should be. So this is the season that they need to capitalize. Like last season, everybody was a bit below par. Liverpool capitalized, won the league. This is a similar situation for Arsenal. They need to show everybody that, okay, everybody else isn't up to par. We'll make sure that we'll win all of our games and we'll win the title. So it's up to them, really.
yeah. Back on Champions League, man. So are you? I don't know, a bit of technical issues there,
Yeah,
but
so sorry about that. Sorry about that. I was getting a call. Let
I was
me quickly. go on do not disturb. Yeah, I'm still here with you.
I was gonna say like the big thing I saw that was lacking with Real Madrid was is their lack of leaders, man, to complement the Galacticos. You know, like your days of your Modric's, your Lucas Vasquez's, your Tony Cruz. I feel like they're missing those type of big legend iconic players that also are like, you know, humble in the sense that, you know, they still got their eyes on the prize, so to say. Whereas I feel like it looked a bit disjointed. Not disjointed, like they're still obviously a very well organized team. And like Xabi Alonso's coaching, I don't expect anything less, but I just think the character of the team was
Yeah.
lacking. Whereas, you know, in years gone by, like those big characters in the dressing room would be able to have Bellingham and Mbappe and Vinny and Rodrigo and all these guys in line. But
Yeah.
it seemed a bit funny, a bit off.
Yeah, with them. So it seems like obviously, yeah, like you were saying before, but with Madrid, they always had the big character, the like the egos, but they were also big characters as well. So they would know when to pull everything together to do what they need to do to win. Whereas it kind of feels like this squad has all the ego, but maybe not the character to drag everything through to where it needs to be to be as successful as possible.
Yeah,
Um, I think, especially with the way things were going on in the Clasico, it shows that the team can have quite a fragile ego, and that type of thing. At certain points in the season, it can lose you the important games that you need to be trying to win, especially a team like Madrid, where it's Champions League or bust pretty much every year for them. So they need to get things together basically, and they need to pull in the right direction because
they
if
are
they
top of
don't,
La
then they're
Liga.
not.
They are top of La Liga, but I think, yeah, again, like you said, it's
Madrid,
Champions League bust.
Madrid don't they don't they're like La Liga's La Liga, yeah, but they want the Champions League. Like their sole aim every season is to win the Champions League.
Yeah, yeah. Vinny's
Mhm.
dipped. His form's dipped.
To be honest, that's because their team is again they Madrid. The silly thing about them is they had a blueprint of what they were doing and what was working. But then I think there's just something in Perez's head where he just needs to make a big signing. Like it's like a crack fiend, just always itching for crack. Like he has to do it. That signing, if you look at it on the face value, didn't really do much. It did more harm to their chemistry than it did positive.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just a character thing. Like you lose Modric, you lose Cruz, you lose Vasquez, you lose Benzema. You're steadily draining your team of big characters of winners that know what it takes. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see. I trust in Xabi Alonso. I think Xabi Alonso is one of the like best minds in coaching at the moment. Like new the new era with him, company. I'm gonna say Arteta as well. And it'll be interesting to see. I'm happy to see that Gula's getting a run of games because he looks like a quality player, man.
Yeah, yeah, he does. He does look like a quality player. That's one thing Madrid have always been good at is that they've identified young talents and they've brought them in early and they've developed them, which you wouldn't really think that Madrid from back in the day would do that. But a lot of their bigger players now are signings that they've actually invested in. Like Vinny, they bought him at 18, even though they bought him for quite a decent amount of money at 18, but they built him up, turned him into the player that he turned into. The same with players like Rodrigo, Valverde, even Bellingham to a lesser degree. Obviously, Bellingham was pretty much, I think, more well made than those other two. But they have the habit of trying to buy younger players to build a spine that can basically last them moving into the future. So they're quite good at identifying young talents, Madrid. So other than the big signing that they like to make, they have been good at that, especially over the last few years. I'll definitely say.
Yeah, yeah. Dean Huijsen, man, quality player, bro. But headers, bro. You can't be getting beat by McAllister. Nah, bro. You've come from the Prem as well, bro. Like, you should know what it's about, man.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But,
He's young anyway.
anything else from the Champions League?
No, nothing really. Nothing really.
Conte
Just
struggles again.
oh yeah, that's is that even really a shock? I don't know what it is with that guy. That guy, when it comes to league football, you put him in your team, he will eventually win the league. When it comes to Europe, he probably won't even get through the group stage. Like I don't know I don't know what it is with him, but there's like such a big difference in the way he performs in Europe than how he performs in the league. I'd love to. I wonder if he even knows the reason why himself, because that is it's a crazy statistic.
Yeah. I mean, it's like they're the hope for Italian football this year. Like, you know, Juve are done.
No, they're not. They're not the hope. I think with Italian football, for wherever it is, even if Inter don't win the league, for some reason in Champions League they just know how to play. Like they're a champ. They've become a champion. They've become a Champions League team.
But I don't
They've
know
gone
about
to two.
Chivu.
Huh?
I don't know about Chivu. Inzaghi's gone now.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But then they've still got the core of the players there though. But
Yeah,
I would say in Italy, if I was gonna bet on anybody, it would be Inter.
yeah. But it would have
It'd
been
probably
nice
be
to have
Inter.
like a competitive Napoli team that, you know, I'm not saying win it, but you know,
You never know with how the new Champions League format is. They can be dead, finish maybe like 23rd, 24th, still
yeah,
get like scrape into the knockout rounds, and then just suddenly just start winning games. So you never know. With the way
yeah,
the new format is, like even if you play, like look what happened to PSG last year. They were poor in the Champions League. They had to scrape through towards the bottom end of the qualifying, and then after that, they ended up winning the whole thing. So you
yeah,
never know what could happen.
yeah,
So the teams that look good now, just because they're looking good at this stage, doesn't mean by when it comes to the business end of the Champions League that these are the same teams that are going to be playing as well as they're playing now. So you just have to wait and see. So who knows? They could potentially pull things together and become a much better team than they're looking like at the moment, and pull their league form into the continental competition. So
yeah.
let's see.
I was going to yeah. So let's round up on the Champions League. What do you think of? I like the new format. I like it,
Yeah,
man. I think it's
the
good.
new
Like,
the new
at
the new
first, I was like,
format is
oh, this is dead.
the,
But
the new format is the new format is actually better for fans because it gives you more games. Because now instead of the 6 games, there's 8 games. There's now an additional knockout round as well. So obviously it makes them a lot more revenue. So that's why they've done it on their end and brings the clubs more money. But it gives you more football. And I think the way they've done the games now, where like you play like different teams and every game instead of just the back and forth. It gives more variety, I would say. So you see different matchups, so it keeps things a bit more interesting, I would say.
I definitely agree with that, man. I definitely agree with that. I think it's good. They
Hmm.
FIFA, or is UEFA actually done something good for once.
Yeah, yeah, they did. They did. To be honest, with this format as well, the Football Manager has been in there for a while. So even before the format came out, I was kind of used to it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, because it's
Um,
been in the game for a while.
um, cool. Should we jump into the weekend fixtures? England squad was announced today.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Who's in the squad? Is Bellingham in
Uh,
there now? Did he
Bellingham's in
bring
there.
Bellingham back?
He brought
Ah,
Bellingham back, Foden back. Um, there's one guy that I'm like, it's strange that he's not in there because it's a weak position for England. But let me just get the squad up. So Dean
mhm.
Henderson, Jordan Pickford, Nick Pope. I think that's pretty
Yeah, self-explanatory.
straightforward.
It is.
They're the
Yeah.
best three English keepers. Defenders, Dan Burn, Mark Gahey, Reece James, Ezri Konsa, having an unbelievable season, by the way. Nico O'Reilly, Jarrell Konsa, Jed Spence, John Stones. So where's Tyreek Mitchell, man?
I don't know.
We need a left back. What,
England are
like,
just weird. It's like they don't want to pick left backs. I don't know what it is.
no. They do want to pick left backs, but it's like
They pick Dan Burn. Dan Burn like sometimes plays like left back. Why are they picking Dan Burn? What's Dan Burn gonna do, bro? Like
Jed Spence. I guess he's gonna start at left back, or
but
Nico
he's like even
O'Reilly.
him. He's not. I mean, yeah, O'Reilly he can play left back, I guess. But Jed Spence is predominantly a right back. Like, why not just pick Tyreek Mitchell and just play him at left back? Like, I don't know.
It seems like a bit of a no-brainer to me. Like
Yeah.
he's been performing, and Crystal Palace won the FA Cup. They're doing well in the league. They're in European competition. He's starting every week. It's like what
Weird
we're
one.
doing a bit too much here with I mean Dan Burn probably. I think Dan Burn. I have never seen Dan Burn like. I've not seen him have a terrible game. He seems like pretty consistent.
He's one of those routine guys. Like you just put him in there, he'll just do Dan Burn things. Like, but
Mark Daly,
nothing spectacular. But he'll just have a what you call a neat and tidy game. Barely know he's there, does his job, and then goes home. That's Dan Burn.
yeah, he definitely deserves to be there. Consard is having a great season. I mean, Villa are not being that great, but Consard is performing. Quansah, I ain't seen nothing of Bayer Leverkusen. Jed Spence, he's just like he's aura farming, definitely. And then obviously Johnny Boy Stones. But it's so weird that Tyreek Mitchell's not being called up. And then the midfielders: Elliot Anderson, Jude Bellingham, Jordan Henderson, Declan Rice, Morgan Rogers, Alex Scott, and Adam Wharton.
I do like Alex Scott and Adam Morton in that team, to be fair. I don't know what the hell Henderson's doing there. They should just bro, like, sometimes, like, even as well, I always, even for myself, back in the day, like, whenever all you man used to rip Henderson, I always used to defend him because I said, okay, I can see what he does. He's a leader. He's effective in the role that they put him in, especially in Klopp's team. But then it gets to a point where it's just like, bro, like, just move on. Like it's past his time now, bro. Like look at all the players you just named there. Alex Scott's in the team now. Elliot Anderson is there. Like you got Adam Wharton. Like let all these man just like come in now. Like these man are good enough to come in and start like balling. Like let these man flourish. Like why are we still hanging on to Jordan Henderson, bro? Like I don't get. I don't know. I think. Do you know what it is? I think it's one of those ones where they're going into an international tournament and they know Henderson is a leader and they're feeling they probably need, even if he might not even be starting the games, they probably just need that type of leadership in there. That could be the only thing I can see what it is, because other than that, it's just like, why? Like, he's not having a bad season either. He's actually having an all right season. He's not playing bad at Brentford, but it's just like,
I mean, look, like all the midfielders we named. I mean, other than maybe Alex Scott, that should be the midfielders that go. And then, Alex Scott is performing and starting for Bournemouth, and Bournemouth are brilliant.
I would take Alex Scott. I think Alex Scott is a quality player.
But there's just there's just two midfielders that I think. Cole Palmer's obviously not here because of injury, right? So let's say Cole Palmer comes in, and then the other one that I think should be there, but I ain't seen enough of what's going on with him this year, is Conor Gallagher.
Conor Gallagher is one of those players, like he's one of those squad players, and he's effective at what he does. To be fair, like
he's different.
But again, he exactly that. So you offer something different, like but
he's basically Henderson. He will do what without the leadership, like without the experience and stuff.
Yeah,
but in
exactly.
terms of like the leg work,
you do all of that.
Reliability, like I don't see him doing like stupid bug out stuff, getting caught on the ball. He'll keep it simple and do his job.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then the forwards: Jared Bowen, Eze, Phil Foden, Anthony Gordon, Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, and Saka. So I think he's got it quite on point. I don't think Grealish should be in the squad, if I'm honest.
Is he there?
No, he's not.
Okay, yeah, I'm not saying.
I don't think he should be in the squad. I mean, that's an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah. Even the guys like Ollie Watkins, I didn't even hear that.
I think Watkins is injured.
Okay.
Watkins is injured. And Tony looks like he's supposed to be coming back to the Prem in Jan. So
he's trying to get that late push for the World Cup.
To be honest, like I like, even if they put it's Harry Kane in it.
That yeah. To be honest, I'll take Welps. Welbeck's actually. Yeah, if you're taking it, like Welps is having a little comeback season a little bit. Like like how old is he? Like 34, 35, something like that.
Yeah.
He's a good player, man. Even at United, I always rated him as a player. I was upset when we sold him that time, but Van Gaal just wanted to get rid of him. Like Van Gaal just hated him for some reason. But yeah, he's a good player.
I went back on it and I looked at it, and his exact statement was, "We've got Falcao." I think that was the year you signed Falcao.
So, and what did Falcao do? It would have been better off if we just had Danny Welbs.
But like, yeah, even like I'm saying, like, even for West Ham, I'm like, when this guy left Watford on a free transfer to Brighton, where were we, bro? Like, he's perfect to be there. Him and Danny, when we had Antonio, like, what was Moyes doing, bro?
Yeah, Danny. Yeah, Welbeck is a good player, man. Like he's had a long career. Like if you think about, like he's been playing for a long time. He won the Premier League with Man United. He was in that team.
Yeah,
he's still in the Premier League.
And I clearly remember when he was I think Man United played Real Madrid. I think this was
we
when
started him over Rooney.
Came back and Fergie dropped Rooney.
Yeah, dropped Rooney. Yeah, dropped Rooney for Welbeck.
Dropped Rooney for Wells. So yeah, man. Let's see.
Yeah.
Is Milner still playing? He's another.
Yeah, he still plays for Brighton. Yeah, he bro. You know that guy's been playing since 2003 for Leeds till now, bro. Like think about that. He's been in the Premier League playing Premier League football since 2003. That is wild. That is actually wild. Like when you actually think about it, like that's crazy. Like that longevity is ridiculous. I can't lie. Like fair play to Milner. He's won he's basically won every. He's won everything. That's right. He's won Champions League. Did he win it at Liverpool? Yeah, he won it at Liverpool. Like bro, he's completed it. Won multiple prems at CE, Liverpool, one champs. Like bro, like he's had a good career. Like I can't lie. Like you, a player should love to have a player like Milner's career.
Yeah.
All the trophies, longevity, consistency. He's another guy that put him on the pitch. He's always a 7 out of 10. Never really has a bad game, and you can play him anywhere.
We'll see him he'd probably go into coaching, wouldn't he? That Milner.
Maybe. Who knows? Or maybe because he's playing so much football. Maybe because he's playing so much football, you might just think he's just to give it up, man. Just relax. Like, man's been playing Premier League for like what 22 years straight. Like, that is wild.
Should we have a look at the weekend fixtures?
Yeah. Let's check out the fixture.
You guys are getting us started tomorrow, man. I'm gonna probably miss that game. Here we go. 12:30 kickoff, Spurs United. It's such a weird game, isn't it?
Replay of the Europa League final.
Yeah. I think Thomas Frank's been in for some unfair criticism. I think he's doing a good job.
I think he's doing a good job.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know what they want from him. Like, bro.
Yeah, they went out of the cup against Newcastle and then lost to Chelsea. They always lose to Chelsea. There's nothing new there. My boy Xavi Simons is struggling though, man. I didn't expect this.
Who was I hearing say something the other day though, talking about the Bundesliga tax? They were saying that has there been like many good players that have come over from the Bundesliga for big money and performed well or performed to the level that you expected? That's something that I've heard being bandied about. His name was brought up with that, along with players like Kai Havertz and obviously Wirtz now was one of the other figures that they're talking about. But I don't know. I'm
I
not
have it.
100%
I
convinced
rate Kai
about them.
Havertz. I swear,
I
I
think
rate.
I think Kai Havertz is a good player.
I mean,
Obviously, I think with the hype he had before though, like we were thinking that he was going to be like a absolute like world class player, which he's a very good player. I think he's a very good player, but I think that expectations to
expectations.
reality was just a bit different. But I think he's a very good player. Like I've always liked Kai Havertz
That
as a player.
that Chelsea transfer fee was mad as well. I think they paid like 80, 90 M's for him. So
Yeah. They pay peace. To be honest, Arsenal spent like 70 million on him as well. Like so, he's going about for big money. But yeah, I've heard that a lot of people talk about that tax. But there's been some good players that have come over from the Bundesliga to the Prem. So I don't think it's necessarily um, warranted. I think with just big signings anyway, sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss. Like Sade came in from the Bundesliga, he was quality. So
yeah.
Gundogan
Yeah.
came over from the Bundesliga. Gundogan is a Premier League legend. Like so there's many different players that have come over from the Bundesliga that have performed. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, but yeah, I
Well,
have heard that though. He's one of the new ones now. They're saying that yeah, all hype, no performance.
well, Ekatike's come over from Bundesliga, and
It,
like I've
uh,
got a silent bet that he scores more goals than Isak this year.
Isak can't even stay fit, so I don't know.
Uh,
It's looking like a
yeah.
not a bad bet to make, to be honest. Liverpool just seemed like they just got too greedy. Like they just had bare peas and they just thought like, nah, let's just get everybody. Like it's like you know when you're playing like like Football Manager or FIFA season mode or something like that,
Yeah.
and you just want to just try and like just assemble like some mad squad. So you just start buying everybody, and then you just end up messing up team chemistry. That's basically what they did. They just couldn't stop buying players. They just had money to burn and were just trying to spend it all, even though it was not really necessary.
On
Like
Football Manager, after year 3, yeah, I swear down, my team just becomes too like it's just stupid. I start loaning out guys that score like 30 goals, but just because I can't, like, I need new blood.
yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, sometimes you just get bored. Sometimes you just have to
Yeah,
like sell them, man. Get a whole raft of goals, like get a whole raft of other man in. Otherwise, it just becomes boring sometimes. Just having the same team, so
yeah.
you have to do some
Especially
wild stuff.
when you start banning too many youngsters as well. Like I remember one West Ham team I had like years ago, and I had Due and Bacola, I had you know, Kudus, I had Arda, I had too many young guys, bro. I was just like, bro, go out on loan, man. Come back next year. And then next year
Oh,
comes and I'm like, I'm buying next guys. Like, yeah. All right, cool. Like, so Spurs United, let's get a score prediction.
that's a tricky game. That game, it depends. It's with Spurs and with United. It just depends on which one of those teams turn up. To be honest, because both teams have their days where they can be very good, and then they have their days that they can just kind of fall off. I don't know. I would say them being at home probably slyly plays into our favor a little bit more because they would have to
They're
attack,
terrible
and I
at
think
home. They're
and
terrible
I
at home.
think and I think with us, we prefer to counter and to play in the transition. So I don't know, maybe a sneaky United win there. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with a. I haven't seen enough of United in the last couple of weeks, so I haven't seen like the Forest performance and who did you beat before that? I saw the
So we
Liverpool
beat
game.
Liverpool, Sunderland, and then who else did we beat again? It was Liverpool, Sunderland. Let me see. What was our last
Brighton.
fig? Brighton, that was it. Oh yeah, we actually dominated Brighton as well. That was
I
our best
didn't.
performance.
I didn't see
a
the
team that
Brighton
we
game.
a team that we usually play badly against as well. But to be honest, that game, especially against Brighton, that was one of the first times, even though he's not really changing the formation, but it was. I don't know whether or not they're actually just getting what he's trying to say to them, or whether or not he's actually actively made the adjustments. But it was the first time I actually saw the team make adjustments to stop the opposition and to actually stop them from playing how they wanted to play and make that. And yeah, that type of adjustment with Amarim, it just seems like he usually just puts the team out and lets them go and play. But that game he did make some solid adjustments, actually stopped Brighton being able to play the ball out from the back and really disrupted their rhythm in that game. So yeah, so if he can continue to, at least if he's going to stick with his formation, at least make adjustments in the formation, then maybe things can he can carry on getting decent results. But yeah, yeah, I think it has definitely improved. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see a longer term to see what the true results are. Really.
All right. All right. I think I'll go with, just because I haven't seen enough of United. I think I've seen quite a bit of Spurs, and I know they were terrible against Chelsea, but I think Thomas Frank's a good manager, and I think they'll be solid. Like, I can't see them, you know, I, I, I think 2-1 Spurs, maybe. 2-1 Spurs. It's going to be an interesting one. I'll either go like a tight win either way or draw.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a tight win either way. I think, or a draw. I think both teams will be trying to win the game, so I think something will give. So
Yeah.
I'll say slightly more win either side, but I'll slightly go for United to win there. So I think away from home, I think that type of game will probably favour us against a team like Spurs.
Everton, Fulham. Yeah, buddy. Fulham, boy. Everton are dead. David Moyes is what is rubbed, and I can't wait to see him get sacked.
Oh, why do you want him to get sacked, bro? Like the guy.
No, man, because like it's just that whole thing of like, oh, you should have kept Moyes, and like I really was seeing like the real Moyes, like, and now Everton are potentially seeing the real Moyes, like where he doesn't make the right substitutions, he doesn't make the substitutions at the right time, he doesn't trust the squad. He literally will have 11 players and just be so stubborn and just, you know what I mean? And you've got guys in the squad, then it's like, use them, bring them on, you know. And I think on Monday, like he brought on Dwight McNeil, and they've got this Tyler Dibbling guy sitting on the bench. He
They
doesn't like
they bought him for a decent amount of money as well.
Yeah, but it's just Moyes, isn't it? Moyes is just like, he's not gonna play a 19-year-old, basically. He'd rather just have, you know, he'd rather not lose, basically. It's that mentality. And it works
Yeah,
for a time, but eventually the shine wears off. And
yeah.
I think we're in that period now, where, you know, let's
Moyes
see.
definitely is a pragmatist. He definitely is a pragmatist. He goes into games thinking about how to not lose and how to stop you, rather than how can we
Win the
inflict
game.
our
Yeah.
game and win the game. But he'll think about stopping and doing all the things to try and stifle and stop a team from playing. So that's kind of how he is. That's just Moyes, isn't it? Like Moyes, you take the good and the bad. He'll come in. He'll get some good results. He'll the type of football you might not like. It will be very, again, pragmatic. Then yeah, it's like Moyes, isn't it? I don't know what to say. It's just you just know what to expect of him. Like it's either you accept it, get a few results here and there, you'll be pretty much a stable club, or yeah, or you just.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Fulham.
I don't think. I think Fulham. I don't know. Fulham are one of, like I said this. I think that the last time we were on, Fulham are one of those teams where they need to be careful, because they don't look like a team that, in terms of their players, is getting better. It seems like their team is getting worse year on year. So they have to start being careful. They're lucky that they've got like a good manager, but soon that might not be enough to save them. So they need to start being careful, or otherwise they can start falling into the same type of situation that Wolves have fallen into. But I think Everton will probably win that game. I'm not 100% confident in Fulham, and it's got nothing to do with Silva. I think Silva's a much better manager than Moyes, but yeah, I don't really think he has. They're not giving him the tools to be as successful as he could be.
Yeah, I think they've been better in recent weeks. They picked up a few results.
Yeah, they have, but still, their team is. I don't know. I'll that's the type of team that if I was a Fulham fan and seeing how the team has been like over the last few years, that's a team I'd be worried about because it seems like the quality isn't going up. Or slowly it is happening slowly, but slowly year on year, like the team is just gradually getting worse.
West Ham, Burnley, 3 points guaranteed, baby. Come on, if we don't win that game, then just end the season, and I'm looking forward to seeing our under-21s in the championship. We've got a batch of young players coming through that are gonna, be the business. But
Burnley.
hold that thought. Keep going. I'm gonna come back 2 seconds, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Burnley though, very good team. I do see them having definitely doing something in that game. I think all the promoted teams in general have been quite good. So I'm not 100% sure that West Ham are going to be winning that game. You guys can let us know in the comments if you do agree with that as well. But I think this year, above a lot of other years, I think the promoted teams have really hit the ground running. Really, okay. My co-host is back, but yeah, as I was saying, with the Burnley, I don't see that being an easy game. I think with them, even the games that they have lost, they seem like they have put up quite a lot of fight. But I think if West Ham are serious about avoiding relegation, that is a game that they have to be winning those type of
This
games.
is a 6-pointer, bro. Because
Yeah, literally.
if Burnley beat us, they go 6 points clear of us, and obviously if we beat them, we go level on points with them. So
Yeah.
like it's a no-brainer. You can't go and beat Newcastle and then go and, as I said, if we do not win, I will see you in the championship, baby. Yeah.
Those are the type of games that if you don't win those type of games, yeah, you're probably destined for the championship. Like you need to be beating teams like Burnley. The people around you, like those are the points that you need to be secured.
100%. 100%.
What do you think about Nuno? Do you think Nuno is finally getting what he wants across to the players now?
Nuno absolutely threw away 2 games. He literally threw away 2 games against Leeds and Brentford. His team selection and look, Thomas Souček, you're a West Ham legend, and 100%. Like I will never ever like be like, oh, I don't want to see Souček ever again. Sell Souček, but a midfield in the modern era needs to be able to have legs, needs to be comfortable on the ball, needs to be able to receive the ball. It just changes so much about the team's dynamics in terms of like how you build when you get the ball back, like how much pressure you can put on the opponent. Where Nuno's games against Leeds and Brentford, like our midfield was Thomas Souček and Andy Irvine. Lucas Paqueta playing false 9. It's just like it's just stupid. Like, just keep it simple. Paqueta plays in centre mid. Freddie Potts is in the team now. Like we're lacking in leaders and we're lacking in personality. Freddie Potts is a West Ham through and through. His dad played for the team. His brother played for the team. He supports the club and he's good at football. So I don't know how it took so long and how many managers to see that and finally put him in the team. And we bared the fruits of that by getting the result. And Paqueta had an excellent game because he had midfielders around him that were on his wavelength. Like Potts is a defensive midfielder that is good on the ball. So, Paqueta in that midfield alongside him thrives. Whereas when you've got Paqueta alongside Thomas Suchek and Andy Irvin, guys that have no legs, can't run, can't do nothing, of course we're going to lose games. But I'm confident in this Burnley game. I think Paqueta and Bowen they're two players that arguably should be playing for like a top 8 minimum team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I don't
I've
think
always
really
championed Bowen. Like I've always thought Bowen is a good player. Even when he was at Hull, even back in the day, like sometimes I used to catch some championship games. I used to think that, oh yeah, this guy's actually quite a good player. So I've always rated Bowen. I think he is a quality player, like you did say. I think one of those teams that are top 8. Definitely, he can. I think he would do well in one of those type of teams, but it just depends on where you would go.
I don't think Burnley have that. I think Burnley are a good team, very well coached. It's not all about individual players, but I think sometimes like having individual quality, once you build out a foundation around that, I think it will be too much to go down, basically. Even though West Ham are known for going down with good teams.
Yeah, I think West Ham probably got
We're
relegated.
literally, that's our speciality.
I think it's either between, for me, it's either between West Ham or Leeds that got relegated of like arguably one of the best teams. Like West Ham got relegated of like Di Canio, Canute,
Oh,
Defoe, Carrick. Like bro, like that was a quality team that got relegated. And Leeds were like Viduka, what's it called? Adam
sure.
Smith, Kuehl, like that was yeah.
Milner.
But yeah, I think they got relegated the same season, actually, isn't it? Like that is mad. Those both those teams
No,
got
no, 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 no,
relegated the
no,
same.
no,
I
no,
swear they got.
no.
No, Leeds just survived. I remember now because I remember that was a season where United just like towards like the final end of the season we beat Arsenal to the league title, and I remember that Leeds game was one of the games where Arsenal dropped points and it helped Leeds stay up, and then they lost
We've
the
got
title
two,
because they dropped
we've
points
had
in those games.
we've had 2 relegations. The one that we're talking about, I think that year we got relegated because JJ Okocha and Bolton. That was who we were. Like it went to
Yeah,
the
but
final,
yeah, he just destroyed Arsenal.
and
Started doing like rainbow flicks over their heads. Like that was
Okocha kept Bolton up, and
yeah, that was wild. I remember that game against Arsenal. He absolutely dominated them. Like he was literally like, bro, you don't get football like that anymore. Like the way my guy was playing around with them, man. Like my guy was doing rainbow flicks over their head, juggling the ball, drifting past like 5 man. Like bro, like
I think we
it
need
was a
to.
1 man show.
I think we need to do a little recap on that Bolton team. Ivan Campo, bro.
Yeah, bro. They had Campo, Hierro was there at one point. A Kocha, like, bruh, like they got like a whole legends team there. I don't like that's definitely money laundering. I don't like
I don't
Sam
know.
Allardyce was definitely doing some weird like that was some dodgy business there. Because how is he getting all these legends to rock up to Bolton? We've been to Bolton. Bolton is one of the worst places I have ever seen with my own 2 eyes. How the hell did he get these man to go and live and play football in Bolton? Like, bruh.
He's a legend because of that, though.
Yeah, he is. That
He
is
hasn't
that
done
was
much.
legendary stuff.
He hasn't done
And then
much
he's
else in football.
and then he
Like
threw them in there with Kevin Davis, Kevin Nolan.
Kevin Nolan, yeah.
What's that Stelios Giannakopoulos?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, like he did this there.
Yeah. All right. Sunderland, Arsenal.
Arsenal win that game
1-0.
somehow, some way.
1-0 to
That's
the
what
Arsenal.
1-0 to the Arsenal. Set
Corner.
piece. Yeah, set piece. 1-0 to Arsenal.
Chelsea, Wolves. Chelsea are going to absolutely.
Chelsea are destroying Wolves that game.
Yeah.
Like
Even though Chelsea.
Wolves are cooked. Like they're just a cooked team.
Yeah, Wolves are cooked. Quickly on Chelsea, they also are looking a bit. I'm going to make a statement now, AU, yeah? I'm going to make a statement. I know he scored in midweek, but currently the worst footballer that I've watched this year is Alejandro Garnacho. That boy, Bruno, what's his name? Amarim was on point.
He was right. But the thing is about Garnacho, though, I don't know why people are really surprised. Like even when he was at United, the thing is about him. Even when he was playing for us, I always said he's the type of player that is better off the bench. when he's on the pitch and everybody's at the same speed as him, he doesn't have the football brain to be able to make the right decisions often enough to be effective. But when he comes on, maybe when there's like 20, 30 minutes left and there's tired legs and he could just be using his pace and just be trying to take people on, that's the best type of scenario for him. But he's a player that needs to, like, he lacks football intelligence.
He
He
is
doesn't know
like,
when to make the right decisions, and he doesn't have the composure in those positions. I don't even know whether, I think it's both. I think it's a composure issue, and it's an issue. It's also a decision making issue. I think he just loses his composure, and then just his decision making in general, even when he is calm, is just poor.
his ability is good. Like at United, I was like, yo, this is a definitely like a really good talent. Like, you know what I mean? And you know,
He's a talented player, but
he has match winning ability, but what I've seen of him at Chelsea, I'm like, bro, like I would sub you after 20 minutes, bro.
but
Like,
the thing is with what
your
he's
body
doing.
language, your effort in pressing, and like this football's changed, bro. Like we can see you, bro. We can literally we're literally watching you half-heartedly play the game, and it's high stakes. It's high stakes for a club like Chelsea. It's high stakes, and like I can't believe some of the actions that I've seen from him this year. I'm just like, bro, this is the worst footballer I've seen, bro. Like I
It's
would
Garnacho, bro. Like that's
it's,
why you think, like, a lot of United fans, when Garnacho was going, why do you think they, like, a lot of them were not really too sad about him going? They're just like, oh, okay, all right.
because
It's what it was like, bro.
from an outside perspective, like under Ten Hag, I thought he was good, and I didn't really notice any of this stuff under Ten Hag. And then Amarim, I just thought it was just a class of personalities. Like Amarim kind
No,
of
he's always had a bad attitude. Always.
like got in his head, and
No,
it just
no.
wasn't working with Amarim. And I was thinking like, all right, you go to Chelsea for 40 M's, seems like a bargain because of what your ability is supposed to be, but you're just a shitty guy, really.
Yeah,
So
he's got a poor attitude.
when
He
Amarim was like, you better pray you find another club, like I'm like, yo, that really hit home, bro. Some of the performance I've seen from him is just not good enough, man. And they've got guys like Gittins, they've got guys that that are on it.
Chelsea are playing real life football manager. They've hoarded a bunch of youngsters. They know some of them are not gonna pan out the way that they pan out. So they're gonna end up at some point loading them out and then just selling them off like they do.
Yeah.
Like that's what they do. Probably send Garnacho to Strasbourg or something and let him go play there in France for a little
I'll
bit.
tell you who's a player. Tyreek George is a good player, man.
What,
And they're playing him out.
the new Saka? He looks bare like Saka.
They're playing him out of position as well, but he's a good player. Like hopefully, if we stay up, maybe next summer, West Ham. But yeah, let's talk about Wolves.
Bro, Wolves are just like, Wolves are in the situation now that Fulham are heading towards, where year on year they slowly but surely lost all of the quality players that made them a good team, and they replaced them. They replaced them with worse players,
Yeah,
and this is the situation that Wolves are in now, which is a result of doing that year on year on year.
yeah, they're done. They're
Because that's what I'm saying. They're cooked. They're getting relegated. Like they've got no chance.
done.
Like
And they're talking about bringing in a manager from Middlesbrough, the guy that got Luton up. Like, bro, he ain't saving you,
Bro,
man.
that is cooked, bro. They're gonna go there, bro. Like they're cooked. They
He's
should
good
just
to get
forget
back
about
out
it.
the Championship, I'd say.
Bro, the best. Do you know what? Do you know what even propelled them to even being successful? It was the George Mendes time when George Mendes was just sending all of his players to Wolves. When he
Yeah.
was sending like Ruben Neves there in the Championship, Yao Matinho, like bro, like they were again. Why are Wolves being investigated? Because that there was definitely something dodgy going on there. Why are all of his clients ending up at Wolves?
In the Championship.
Like, in the Championship. Like a player that was just captaining Porto in the Champions League at 19. He
Bro,
decides to leave Porto and go to
this
Wolves.
is
Like they're
this is
definitely
why I'm
signed.
hoping that maybe like West Ham, like now we got Nuno, like maybe we can get George Mendes clients. Come. What's his thing called? Jesterfoot or something like that. Jesterfoot. Bring all the Jesterfoot guys here, man.
Yeah, I think Wolves and George Mendes, like I think the owners of Wolves and George Mendes, there was like something dodgy going on there. So like they had like some partnership where I don't even know what it was, but I remember hearing something that there was like some type of partnership or there was some type of dealings that
off
the
the top
owners
advisor.
yeah. So he was just bringing all his players there at some point, but yeah. It was a weird one, but yeah, that's the situation that Wolves are in. They're in the situation where they've let all of their good players go. They haven't replaced the good players, brought in worse players. Now this is the result. They're gonna get relegated.
Yeah, 3 or 4-0, man. Dream team. Hey, listen. A couple of years ago, I finished in the top 300 of the country. I've just broke into the top 9K. You know what I mean? So I've thrown in some Chelsea guys this weekend just to make sure, you know.
I didn't even change my team. The window's closed now, isn't it? I can't even change my team anymore.
Nah, tomorrow 11.
Oh, swear. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
change my team after this.
Yeah. I've dashed in some Chelsea guys. I'm expecting points.
Yeah. That's definitely points there.
Sunday's looking good, man. Villa, Bournemouth.
Tough game.
I'm not betting against Bournemouth.
Tough game. Those are two.
They played well against City.
Those are two very well coached teams. So
Yeah.
that could go either way. Maybe I don't know. I'll probably I don't know something. There's something about Bournemouth that just makes me think that they always just have like a very good chance of winning like any game.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
I think they've got an
it's hard to
advantage.
bet against.
I think some of these teams are struggling with the midweek and the Prem. Newcastle, they're struggling with that. Again.
Yeah, true. It's true. Yeah, they always kind of struggle with that. I realize with them.
So I'm probably gonna go with Bournemouth. And then we got Brentford, Newcastle. I'm a big fan of Newcastle, big fan of Eddie Howe, but I think Brentford are gonna beat them.
Brentford, I think I was slightly wrong about Brentford. They've surprised me. I thought with the way their summer went, I thought they were gonna get relegated. Like I thought they were one of the favorites to get relegated. But
they're using ChatGPT.
Yeah. They're still doing the same thing. Even though they lost their manager, lost some big players, they're still just rolling on like it's the same old Brentford, same old Moneyball, same old. See, this is what Wolves should do. They should look at Brentford. They should go hire whoever is in charge of making transfers and doing things at Brentford because they know how to do it correctly. Brentford, Bournemouth, they need to follow those teams because those teams, they can sell all their best players. It doesn't matter. They'll get in new players and they'll do just as well, if not better.
Bro, I'm gonna say now, look out for Coyote.
I know about Coyote right back. I used to buy him all the time in Free Manager for Fiorentina.
Yeah.
I know about Coyote.
Coyote's going places.
Yeah, he's
the next one up.
I was even surprised when I saw he rocked up at Brentford. I was like, oh really? They got him. I'm like, they're definitely playing Football Manager because that is a Football Manager signing if I've ever seen one.
Yeah,
like anybody that plays Football Manager bought Coyote at some point at right back.
Yeah, and they got Otara as well that they bought from Bournemouth. They bought him for 40 M's, but he's something. He's definitely good. Mm-hmm. He's like, you know,
bro. They don't buy Brentford. Don't spend that type of money for no reason, bro.
Yeah, they know.
If they're spending 40 million, they think that player can get them at least 80 million in the future, minimum.
Yeah, and then all right, cool. I'm going Brentford on that.
Yeah, probably.
I'm going Brentford. And then we got Palace, Brighton, home win. I think. I don't like Brighton. I'm not buying Brighton. I don't think they have. They haven't got. They need a. I know they keep buying wonder kids. Like they keep making good signings. They keep doing it, but eventually it's like you end up with like a soulless team. Like any sort of like real progression.
They're not trying to progress.
This is what I'm saying. So you come unstuck at some point, and I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, okay, even for example, the result against Man United, you know, normally Brighton play well against Man United. Like, I feel like they're not the same team. Like,
I don't really think. I think
I'm not seeing Matoma. I don't even know what's going on there. Like,
I think with that game, I think it wasn't even necessarily that they just weren't good. I think they tried to play their football, but the way United set up completely stopped them from playing their football. And then also Belieber had a bad game as well, so that also affected him. Like Belieber
yeah,
was
he's
bad
match
that
fixed.
game.
He's match
He
fixed.
was bad that game. I think with him, he was trying to like play well to try and impress United, but he was just making the wrong decisions all the time. So
Where's
that hurt
Matoma,
him.
bro?
I don't know. I haven't really heard much from him this season, to be fair. Like he was a quality winger.
Yeah, there's nothing going on at Brighton.
Brighton will be Brighton though. They'll finish like somewhere mid-table, maybe could potentially scrape like 9th or 10th, something like that. But like it's Brighton. Brighton.
All right, cool. Forest Leeds.
I don't know. Think Dashball can pull it out the bag with Forest? I don't know. Leeds. I don't know.
How did Nuno threw away games, bro? Leeds are not that good, but Forest. I feel like this is a Dash game. This is a game that Dash can win.
Yeah, Dashball.
There's not enough threat towards. I mean, yeah, there's not enough threat there, and I think Dash can. You know, he can win that game.
Yeah, that should be looking to win that game if he wants to keep Forest up. That's a game they should be trying to win. I think, yeah, maybe Dash. I think I might go for Dashball in that game.
Yeah, I think Dashball, but I think Forest have got this so badly wrong, man. It's so bad.
To be honest, it was terrible under what's it called, under Ange, which we all knew from the start when we talked about it. We knew that it was going to end in one way very easily. Like it was the dumbest. It was literally the dumbest decision I've ever seen. Like you have a team that is set up to sit deep and then counter and work in transitions, and then you bring in a manager that presses all the way up the field and tries to play possession football. Like it was never going to work. Like it was literally one of the dumbest. Like anybody even Stevie Wonder could have seen that. Like that was a terrible.
I probably would have actually like kept Ange over bringing in Dash.
Nah, I think Dash actually gives them a chance of staying up. With Ange, they would have got relegated 100%. I think Dash gives them a chance at least. Because Daesh is going to play to their strengths. Like, the Daesh ball is set up for Forest, basically. Playing transitions, try and get the ball as high up the pitch as possible, as quickly as possible, sit deep, defend. That is Forest to a T. That's what got them to their highest finish in the Premier League.
Yeah, but when you like, when you start to look at their team, it looks completely different now. I look at them and I look at Chris Wood, you've lost your aura. I look at Ryan Yates. It's not the same. It's looking like Flash is going down.
But the thing is, at the start of the season, Forest were actually doing well. Remember, they started off the season not bad, but then you started hearing all the,
That was Nuno.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So they can be like that. They can still be a good team and play in that type of style. But I think that whole Ange ball just kind of just threw them all off. It knocked them off their equilibrium. So they were just dizzy. They were in a daze.
Daesh hasn't won a game in the Prem, and they just drew 0-0 in midweek.
He's only been in charge for like a few weeks. Give him they have to get the Ange ball.
Ange was only in charge for a few weeks.
Nah. But what Ange was doing, bro, like he had to get sacked for that. Like my guy went on a suicide mission. I don't know what he was thinking. Like he had to go.
I think this they've compounded their misery.
Nah, I think sacking Ange gives them a better chance.
Because even if Daesh keeps them up, like Daesh is not going above 14th in the league.
Of course, yeah, he's not. He'll finish like 13th, 14th every season with Forest.
and give it
That's
give it the big talk. Oh yeah, like I could go and turn Man United around and 4-4-2, and the players have to train with shin pads, like no snoods, no gloves.
Yeah, bro. Dashboard, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's what it is. Let him do his thing there. I think they have a chance of staying up
Yeah.
with him there.
I think they'll win this weekend. And then we've got City Liverpool.
Yeah, I think we already touched on that one.
Haaland.
Yeah, I think I see a draw in that one. I see Haaland will score though. Haaland always scores.
I need a match-winning performance from Haaland.
To be honest, if anything, to at least make things a bit more interesting. Because if City don't win and then Arsenal just win again, like it's just like, bro, like
Done. And then we've got 2 weeks to just hear about Arsenal winning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like at least make things a bit interesting.
But then that's quite good. If these two teams drop points, so if City and Liverpool, let's say they draw, that does open it up for, if Man United beat Spurs or vice versa.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Like people were busy rinsing how terrible United are. Oh my days, banter, football, all of this. If both of those teams drop points, or let's say, yeah, both of those teams drop points and we win and other results go the way, we can be joint second. Like, like that's ridiculous to think about.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
even with United anyway, bro, like I've always said, I don't really get hyped over just like smaller results like this. I need to see something sustained because there's been many seasons, even whole seasons where there's been very positive things that's happened. We end up finishing like second or something, and then just nothing happens afterwards. So there needs to be. It's not just about a season. There needs to be a good 2-3 years of like solid actual progression, and not just like yo-yoing up and down.
It was a good weekend worth of fixtures there. It's going to be. What am I going to do? I'm probably not even. I'll probably tune into that 5:30 game. Chelsea Wolves. And then what we got? All the 2:00 kickoffs on Saturday are going to be on Sky Sports. So we'll touch base with you next week. Give you a little recap. Talk about the international break. Probably not, but we're getting closer to the World Cup. I thought it was right to bring back this moment here. By the way, guys, look at this tackle. There was no red card shown. There was no red card shown for a man kicking a man in the chest. Crazy time.
Yeah,
crazy time.
That was before VAR.
I think AU's he's got something cooking in terms of where we're at with football, and has it gone soft, and you definitely don't see tackles like this no more. So yeah, bro. Any last words, bro?
There was should we have some last words? Oh, I would have said maybe actually we'll save it for another time.
Yeah. You want to do the Haaland thing, right?
Yeah, but I think we should save that for another day.
We're over an hour in, so let's
we're over an hour in.
That'll
be a longer debate. We'll start that. We'll get into that another day.
We'll give it its own air, give it its own space, and
maybe sometime while it's bored over the international break, we could potentially maybe hop on and do something about that. Maybe see why everybody else thinks. Yeah.
Definitely. All right, for my gamblers out there, Harry Kane, Ballon d'Or, Victor Wembanyama, MVP double. But I think Giannis is going to win the MVP. But yeah,
Giannis is he's looking.
We might have to
be honest. There's a few people that could win it. Even Luke is averaging like 40 points. Like I don't know what the hell. Like NBA, this is how you know NBA. Like there's no defense anymore. Like look at all the numbers that all these guys are putting up. But like, are these guys so much better than the guys that were there before? I don't think so.
I'm completely surprised with the Lakers. I thought they were going to be bad.
No, I did not. I actually thought Lakers were going to be good without LeBron. I think LeBron is holding that team back. And I think the sooner they get rid of LeBron, and it seems like this year they finally, with the new ownership, they're finally coming to their senses and showing that this guy is actually holding us back. I think the sooner they get rid of him, the better for them.
Yeah.
And I thought they would start the season one. And he thought himself, when he started faking his injuries, he thought himself that, oh, yeah, I'm going to fake my injury. I'm going to watch them play bad and they're going to have to beg me to come back and save them. And he's probably looking like now, oh, crap, like, this is actually the worst thing that could have happened. Like, Austin Reeves is looking like, Austin Reeves is averaging like 34 points. Lucas averaging 40. Like, bruh, they've won like 7, they're like 7-2 or something like that. 5-2 or something like that? Like, bruh.
Bro, they're even winning games without Luca and Austin Reeves.
Yeah, bro. Like,
so yeah, man.
He needs to he needs to be careful because that team, they might even just put it, if things carry on going as well as this and he comes back, they might have to bring him off the bench.
We might have to do some basketball content in the international break, you know.
Yeah, trust me.
My boy's got something cooking in Houston. They're playing some great basketball.
Oh, yeah, they're playing good. Houston are good. The only thing is with them is, especially in a playoff setting, I think they need more playmaking, which they don't have at this stage. And I think Van Vliet being injured was for this season was a big blow for them for their title chances this year. And they're not able to even go out and get a point guard either.
I think their problem will be a math problem. I'm not too much into the point guard thing because I'm looking at Şengün and I'm looking at Ime, and I think Ime is very clever. Like the way the buckets they're getting, it's like easy buckets. They're not doing anything overcomplicated. The days of like Kevin Durant being on a team that's like literally just relying on jump shooting is it's done.
Yeah, but then
they can run the offense through Şengün. They can run the offense through Amen. They're getting points at the rim. You know, the problem they're going to have is I don't think they have enough 3-point shooting. So when it comes to the playoffs, in terms of like the maths of it, like I don't expect Josh Okogie, Tari Eason to be hitting threes. So outside of Kevin Durant, there's no reliable 3-point shooter.
I think that could be it. That is one of the issues as well. But I still think when it comes to the playoff period, I think not having an actual point guard to bring the ball up and just be organizing everybody, because Şengün can run it, but he runs it from the 5. He's not the one that's going to be bringing the ball up, setting up plays, having people screen for him. He's going to be the one that's doing the screening, and then he can pass out of the post and do things like that. So he's a great passer, especially for a big, not even just for a big man. He's actually just a great passer in general, and he's a very good player as well. So he can do his creation, but I think to be the main creator as a center, that you have to be a different type of level of passer to be doing that. Like Jokic is the only person I've seen as a center that you can generally run the whole offense through him without any issues. I don't think I've ever seen another center like that. And with him as well, the crazy thing about him as well, it's not even like he even needs to dominate the ball to do it. Like he doesn't dominate the ball, but yet he still is able to dominate the game through his playmaking. It's crazy. Like
he could still even arguably be an MVP.
Bro, Jokic is just, the thing is about Jokic, I think now, because of he's already won like what? I think he's won like, was it 4 or 3 or 4?
3.
I think with him, I think people are going to get it. I think they're kind of bored of him winning MVP now, like, because he should have probably won 5 in a row. If we're being completely honest, he was the best player easily 5 years in a row. But they still gave it to, like, even last season he was the better player than like Shea. There's no way with your own 2 eyes you can tell me that Shea had a better season than Jokic last year. Like what we saying? What we really doing? But like that's what it is. I think with him, people are just gonna get bored because he's just too dominant, and I think the dominance kind of gets boring for some people. He just needs to try and find something new and champion something new. Yeah, but I think with Giannis, I think a similar thing happened to Giannis as well. They kind of got bored of his numbers, even though Giannis has actually been getting better every year. And I think this year, it's probably a good year for him to potentially get another MVP under his belt.
Yeah, there's nothing out east.
I think it's him. It's him, Wemby or Luca. I think are going to be the three for MVP this year.
Yeah, there's nothing in the East that's
Bro,
probably.
East is a ghost town. Like, do you know who's top of the East right now? Chicago Bulls. That just says it all.
No. But the Chicago Bulls are a good team.
They should not be. If they were in the West, they would not be top of the West.
No. Buzelis is real.
He's a quality.
Josh
He's a good
Giddey is
player.
real.
Even
Luke is real.
Giddy's even playing well. His shooting is even good now. But
Billy
again,
Donovan's always been a good coach.
he's been a good coach. But again,
They were even good.
if you're being serious,
They were even good. They were even the
okay.
top seed before Lonzo got injured.
Again, though, was that team ever really going to be doing much in the playoffs?
No. But
this is what I'm saying. Like they're playing well now, but that team, you already know that if it comes to any playoff basketball, they're not going
listen,
to.
there's no team from the East that's going to win the championship this year unless Giannis has an out of body experience. Like what's his name, Coach Woodson. Like that was a downgrade in my opinion. Like Tibbs is stubborn and Tibbs has his, but that guy's not better than Tibbs, bro. Mike, whatever his name is.
The thing is, I think the main issue that they had with Thibodeau is his rotations. He likes to run his players into the ground, and his offense is just give the ball to Jalen Brunson and Jalen Brunson do everything for us, please. There's like that's what it was, and for the most part with Brunson, because for whatever reason, like the guy is just like he is able to get it done, and he's just so clutch. Like a lot of the time, it kind of was working, but it gets to a stage where you just can't just keep on thinking, let me just put the ball in Brunson's hand and just watch him do everything. Because if you actually think about it, with the progression of the two teams, it should have been the Knicks that went to the finals over the Pacers.
Yeah.
From where both the teams were and what they were building towards. Nobody was expecting the Pacers to get to the finals.
They beat Boston. Like you beat Boston.
Exactly. You beat Boston.
And lose to the Pacers, bro. And boy, that's going back on last year, but these man had Halliburton as the most the league voted Halliburton as the most overrated player in the league, and
then he ended the season as the most clutch player. My guy did not miss a game winner. The whole playoffs, I did not see him miss a game winner.
Who's on that? You know who's on that Garnacho vibes? John Morant.
Oh yeah, he's a donut, bro. That guy's bro.
Like, bro, who even trades for a guy that's declining? Like
nobody. Whoever trades for. I've been hearing something. Where? What team was it?
The Kings.
There was a team I saw that they were.
The Kings.
Nah, it wasn't the Kings. There was another team I saw that were linked, and I was like, why the hell would you trade for John Morant? Like, I can't remember what team it was, but it was the Timberwolves. And I was like, why would the T-Wolves trade for Ja Morant? Like, it's like, bro, like these man, like, I don't know. Sometimes I think NBA GMs are just doing things for bands, like, because there's certain trades or certain things that I see, and I'm just like, bro, like, why are you doing that for? Like, even the Westbrook trade, like, as soon as that trade happened to the Lakers that time, I was like, this is an awful trade. I said it then. I said it was awful. But it's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah. Sometimes they just do whatever they want to do anyway.
Westbrook, I ain't been Westbrook's biggest fan, right? But
I like Westbrook. I actually like Westbrook.
I ain't been man. He's had some. He
plays bonehead football. I mean bonehead basketball. But
yeah,
I like the energy. Like I like the energy. I like the energy.
But the other day, he's
I think they tried to ruin him as well.
I'm the best. I'm the best rebounding guard of all time. I'm like, what does that even mean, bro?
Means he's the best rebounding guard of all time.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Like, I don't understand. What does in context? Like, what does that mean? Like,
it means that as a guard, he's the best rebounding.
Yeah, but what does that mean? I still, like, what is that? Are we just like, okay, I'm the best guy at taking throw-ons. I'm the best guy at taking corners. Declan Rice, I'm the best centre midfielder to take a corner ever.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
He's not getting any rings. He has to claim to something, isn't it?
I'm the best free throw maker of all time. I'm the best inbounder.
Yeah.
You don't get paid to rebound, bro. And like you're rebounding at OKC, you were literally stealing rebounds off your center. And like in terms of like rebounding guards, like I would expect like high leverage moments where you've literally like, do you know what I mean? Unless you're Dennis Rodman, don't talk about being the best rebounder of anything.
Westbrook doesn't perform well in those type of moments.
But that's what I'm saying. So to make a statement like I'm the best rebounder of all time, I'm just like, bro, this is your problem, bro. You're focused on the wrong things. You're focused on the wrong things. But yeah, I don't think they tried to ruin him. I think his game, he's just not.
Nah, they tried to ruin him.
Winning.
On the Lakers, they tried to ruin him. Think about all the things they were saying about the guy. Like, of course, we all know, like anybody with eyes knows what Westbrook's flaws are. He in the clutch, his decision making is terrible. Turns the ball over, can't shoot. Before he went to the Lakers, everybody knew that about Westbrook. But they made it seem like he was a cancer in the dressing room. Oh, they can't wait to see the back. When it was even LeBron that said that they wanted him there in the first place. But then they had to make somebody the scapegoat.
The only team that feel that. Look at what's coming out now at Denver. Denver urged him not to take up his player option on a minimum.
Was that what they said? I think they wanted to keep him, didn't they? I heard Denver wanted to keep him, but then he wanted to.
No. Denver, he said it with his own mouth. Denver told him, they told him specifically, do not pick up your option. And then there was the whole stuff about what got leaked out the dressing room, that Westbrook's just there was some bad stuff about Westbrook and how he was in the dressing room and stuff.
Are you sure? I don't know. I haven't really heard that.
Yeah, out of his own mouth, bro. Boys, listen, we went a little bit extra. We did a little bit of a basketball, boys and girls. I don't forget my women that are watching this either. But yeah, look, we might be doing some more basketball content. Definitely, especially in international weeks. I don't think a lot of UK guys are touching on the basketball thing. So
no,
maybe that's a little niche that we can tap into.
Definitely.
But yeah, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Peace. Take care, people.